Hi. Just want to talk about some thoughts I was having popping into my head, and I was like, oh yeah, I haven't put these fully together yet. I haven't, just one of many things I haven't figured out how to properly express still. Like, kind of like almost everything. I'm very simple in my ways when I speak, and it can be oversimplified and missing a whole lot of details, you know? So anyways, I learned a lot during COVID, and a lot more than just history. I learned a lot of history. But what I witnessed and experienced for myself, because I also was fully manipulated, I witnessed a society, a massive amount of people, everybody, do what they were told while believing they were right. And it can always go both ways. It can always go both ways. Listening about this, man, because that was one of the things for me. Like, they manipulated my empathy. That's a fact. I mean, I was out of my mind. I've mentioned this in previous videos. I was not in my right mind anyways. But I see people discuss it all the time. How like, it's the fear. It's not just fear that's manipulated. There isn't a single emotion that we experience in life that is not manipulated. Includes love. Everything can be manipulated and has been manipulated. So for me, it was empathy, while also being completely out of my mind. I don't even try to use it as an excuse. It's more of an explanation. Anyways, so we thought we were doing the right thing. And I think about a lot of stuff there's big events that we know in history. I'm not going to name them. I don't want to. This is enough all by itself. It's insane. Anyways. I don't even know how to say it, it's hard to go off for me to go further into it because it's all horrible and deeply, deeply evil and insane. Insane. It makes me laugh when I think about it because, they always, like our movies and TV show, always, my whole life, there's always the crackpots, the crazy people that are with all the conspiracy theories and shit, and they're literally just speaking history and active ongoing events. But they're the crackpots. It's funny. It's funny. I don't know why I was saying that. Oh, because I understand why people would go crazy knowing this stuff, having this information in their head. Why they would lose their fucking minds. Because I've done it, been there, lost my mind. Lost my mind. And I haven't... Sometimes I think I haven't fully recovered. Because mostly I'm just trying to stay distracted, and I'm not really distracted. Mostly just stuck. I'm stuck. I'm trying to be distracted. Nothing really works anymore. Anyways, the old tactics don't work. I need something new, clearly, right? Whatever. Anyways, I went a little bit off topic there, a bit off track or whatever. But yeah, we saw it. Anybody that was paying attention just saw what happened in the past few years, and it's still ongoing. But anybody that paid attention just between 2020 and 2022 saw what we did as a giant group of people. How we acted, including myself. That's why I'm saying we. Because we thought we were doing right, thought we were doing the right thing, and whatever. And it's funny. I'm really mad at myself because I always knew they were liars and stuff, but I just didn't know the level of I wasn't. It was always a conspiracy theory, you know, all the stuff that made sense our entire lives. It was just like, that doesn't sound like a conspiracy theory. It sounds pretty damn true, you know. Some people argue the definition of conspiracy theory and whatever, and then they're like, well, what's a conspiracy? It's just a group of people planning something together. So you could call it anything about conspiracy and all ever, right? Like, it doesn't mean it's fake just because it's called a conspiracy. That's the argument. I don't really give a crap about the definitive definition, because I know how people think and speak. You know, they don't speak in definition terms usually. Like, we're all talking slang a lot, you know, right? Anyways, most normal people that I know of, I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know everybody. I haven't been everywhere. I know in my circles, it's always kind of been like that, you know. That's why the people that have used the other words in their real meanings and definitions and stuff and whatever spoke differently, and you would think of them as the brainiac, you know, whatever, that kind of thing. Anyways, why the hell did I get into that? That's funny. Oh, probably, man. I really don't know how I got into that. I'm sure I had a point. I'm sure there was something at the end of that. Anyways, yeah, I guess I don't really want to talk about this. Yeah, it hurts a lot, man. Should have known better. I just wanted to talk about that. I saw what I did, how I acted, what I said. You know what pulled me back out of it? I mentioned this before, just as my own personal opinion and perspective on things when I was mad and angry at the world, and still am. But I know who the real enemy is now. I know who the real enemy is, as mad as I am at people for being friggin' idiots and whatever. I know who the real enemy is. Anyways, they're the ones that lied to us. I mean, it's funny. I used to think about this all the time, even when I was younger, man. Like, how do people not know who they is or them when they are referred to? We know who they. It's like, what? I mean, that's why people don't name them. You can't just say Bill Gates or Elon Musk or any politician's name or whatever, because it's so many. It's so many people, man. But I mean, I'll come down to the simple thing of it's billionaires and politicians, man. Now you start there. Just start there. Then people will say the corporations. Who runs the corporations? You know, who are the owners of the corporation? The people. You know, and it's nuts. It's nuts, because you really do see the connections when you really look at it's impossible not to just. They connect themselves, man. It's just there. Everywhere you look, there's what? And everyone looks somewhere else, and what? It's the same fucking people, man. That's a lot of them. It's one big club, right? Anyways, oh yeah, so glad I remembered. So what pulled me out and snapped me a little bit back out of it, not fully, but enough for the pandemic, was when official news outlets and newspapers, everybody everywhere headlines, verbal Camp them or kill them. The unvaccinated. And I had, of course, thought these things before, just out of anger and frustration, you know, myself on a personal level. Okay? But I'm not going to act on that. When the government and your so-called news outlets are saying these things, there's something deeply wrong. Deeply fucking wrong. So that's when I was like, well, no, hold the fuck on. You know, to me it's different. It's different than a normal person frustrated and angry, which is manipulation. It's fed to us in many ways, in so many ways, not just TV and stuff. I don't want to get into it. That's all too much, man. And I mean, sometimes I prefer to think some of this has to be fake. You know. No, it's insane. What was I saying? Crap. That was funny. But yeah. What's up? But man, I'm trying to think of how a better way to finish this. I think I said what I had to say, I guess, but that was it. You know, having official sources, official authority say these things after repeatedly backtracking on masking and not masking and transmission and no transmission, and after all that, in the middle of it all, it didn't happen for long. I think they did it for like 2 days and it was gone quickly. I don't know, but it happened. That happened, man. They literally said to either kill the unvaccinated or put them in camps. And they say it the other way because it makes more sense, right? Gotta keep the extreme part late. And that's why I say it first, because holy shit. Alright, I don't know if I'm actually going to upload this. It's probably too much to not get me banned from YouTube. We'll see. I don't know, man. It's opinion. Bye.